Okay, got three cool specimens from the field trip today. I got some like shiny coal, so that's like really high grade coal. The only previous coal I got was sort of low grade from a coal mine in Taiwan. I got some shale. So I do have some mudstone from Redcliffe, but it breaks in chunks. So they're both made from clay, but this is shale because it breaks in layers. So that's, I didn't have any previous to that, and I didn't have any chert either, and that's like super sharp. And all three are sedimentary. All right, so I filled up one box of sedimentary now. I've got 3 layers. So nothing I did was safe. This is like a book of adventures, all right? So you just sort of pick it up and just choose a spot to go to. Let me go back here. So this time I was Mount Gravatt, so like all these spots are like 10 minutes from where I live. But I wouldn't say at any stage was any of this safe. And I don't recommend going to any of the spots that I went to. And so the first spot I went to is this one, and you can see it looks pretty neat and clean there. It's not like that now. So it's a little bit of a challenge getting there. This is what it looks like now. A lot of fences everywhere. This is really quite eroded. There's a huge chunk that's just fallen down. You can see there's lots of scree, so it's all breaking away. So there's some quite good coal there. And you can see here it sort of breaks off in little blocks, which is kind of cool. All right, so it's not often you get, it's not easy to see coal. That's why this book's so cool. It's got kind of all the cool spots that are unusual. And there's probably maybe some conglomerate there, and that's maybe some breccia. So that's the layer above it. So there's a huge, there's some larger pieces. So there's a huge layer above these, that maybe is conglomerate. Sedimentary layers above, buried on top of these sort of coal shale layers. You can see that piece there, and you can see it's starting to erode in there. And there's a good piece there. There's a good, so you can see the sedimentary rock has overlaid this organic matter. And you'll see on top of that also is the igneous. There's a tough layer. So if we can get to that here. So that I recognise that as tough. So apparently that comes from Mount Warning. So that's like hundreds of kilometres away. Hundreds and hundreds of kilometres away. And it goes all the way to Brisbane, and I'm a fair way from Brisbane as well, Mount Gravatt. And that's on top of it. So that's how I understand the rock layers form. And that's it there. So I kind of went up here, and when I grabbed that, I almost tripped over there and fell off there. So none of this, nothing I did was at all safe. And I walk up this further. Oh, and it's really powdery. So some samples I didn't get because it's just clay and it just rubs off. And that's here. So I thought that's really cool, but it's really powdery and it curves quite a lot. Not quite sure how that actually forms. It looks, there's lots of little faults in there now. So it's cracked. Anyway, so there it is. That's how soft it is. All right. Anyway, there's a fault as well. This one here, I can't tell you if that is legit, if that is actually electrified. But pretty much nowhere I went was safe. This one here, that's quite small, and there's cars going back and forth. And that's me trying to get the banded chert. So that's it from a distance. That one there is this one. Is out of this book here. So folds in banded chert. So that one's also quite eroded as well from that picture. So you can see that here. And that's kind of cool, this chert. It's really hard and sharp, and it's quite bended. And so that was quite dangerous too. So a lot of fun, a lot of cool samples that I would never have been able to find otherwise. And it's good that you have like a professor like verifying exactly what the stuff is, and properly mapped it out and everything. So that's kind of cool. It's like a little treasure map. All right. So do another field trip another day, I think. All right.